Baby, before you judge me, before you let the darkness whisper lies into your heart, I need you to listen, not with your mind, but with your soul, because what I'm about to say isn't just an excuse. It isn't a weak justification. It's the truth that's been clawing at the inside of my chest every single night I've fallen asleep without your voice to calm my storms. I know you've felt it, that heavy uncertainty, that gnawing ache that makes you question everything. I see it in the way you hesitate to text me. I feel it in the silence that used to be filled with laughter. I hear it in the way you breathe when we talk, like you're holding something back, like part of you is bracing for the worst. And I hate myself for that, baby. I hate that I've made you feel like you're competing with a ghost, like there's a part of me that's wandered where it shouldn't. But listen to me, my love. I am not cheating on you. I never have. I never will. And yet, there's something I need to confess. Something that's hard to admit because even though it's not betrayal, it feels like it. It's the weight of all the ways I haven't shown up. The ways I've failed you. The times I was there but not really present. The moments I let fear, confusion, and guilt build walls where there should have been bridges. Maybe. I want you to know this. No one could ever take your place in my heart. The idea of touching someone else, loving someone else, even imagining a life that doesn't have you at its center, it feels like poison in my veins. You are the reason my soul wakes up. You are the pulse beneath every breath. And yet, even with all that truth burning inside me, I know I've made you feel like you weren't enough. I've seen the tears you didn't think I noticed. I've read the pain hidden between your words. And I know that deep down, the thought has crossed your mind. Maybe he's found someone else. Maybe I was just a chapter, and he's moved on. No, baby. Never. Not in this lifetime. Not in the next. The truth is, I was with someone, but not in the way you think. I was with my own demons, my own shame, my own brokenness. I was wrestling with the parts of myself I never wanted you to see, the parts that tell me I'm not worthy of your love, that I'll ruin everything I touch, that one day you'll look at me and regret ever letting me in. And instead of facing those demons with you by my side, I ran from them, and in running from them, I ran from us. I wasn't out loving someone else, baby. I was trying to fix myself enough to love you the way you deserve. And maybe I did it the wrong way. Maybe shutting you out wasn't fair. Maybe hiding my pain only made yours worse. But it wasn't betrayal. It was fear. It was love. The messy, complicated kind that sometimes looks like distance, even when the heart is screaming for closeness. You once told me that love isn't about perfection. It's about showing up. And baby, I know I didn't show up the way I promised. I didn't hold your hand through the storm the way I swore I would. I didn't remind you every day how irreplaceable you are to me. I didn't protect your heart from doubt the way I vowed. And for that, I am sorry. More sorry than these words could ever carry. But if you could see inside my heart right now, you'd see your name carved into every wall. You'd see memories of your smile lighting up my darkest nights. You'd see that no matter how far I wander in my head, I always find my way back to you. Because you're not just my love, you're my anchor, my compass, my safe place. I want to be honest with you, baby. brutally honest, because I owe you that. There was a moment, a brief, fleeting moment, where someone tried to come close. Someone tried to fill the silence I had created. But even in that moment, my soul recoiled. It screamed your name, because no smile felt like yours. No voice sounded like home. No one could even touch the place you hold inside me. I walked away, not because I'm a saint, but because I belong to you. My heart has been claimed, and no one else could ever make me forget that. I want you to know this truth with every fiber of your being. I am not cheating with you. I am struggling, yes. Failing sometimes, yes. But betraying you? Never. Baby, I need you to understand one more thing. I didn't push you away because I stopped loving you. I pushed you away because I was scared of how deeply I love you. It terrifies me how much of myself I've handed to you without even realizing it. It scares me how one message from you can change the entire temperature of my day. It's overwhelming how one smile from you can heal wounds I've carried for years. And that's the part that makes me human. Flawed, imperfect, terrified. But even in my fear, I would burn the world before I'd break your heart intentionally. And if I ever did, if my silence ever cut too deep, if my absence ever made you feel replaceable, I want you to know that wasn't me choosing someone else. That was me losing myself and trying to find the courage to come back whole. Baby, I need you to hold on to this. We are not over. This isn't the end of our story. This silence, this distance, this aching space between us, it's not a sign of betrayal. It's the space before the breakthrough, the storm before the dawn. And when the dawn comes, I'll be standing there, arms wide open, ready to pour every ounce of love I've been holding back straight into your heart. Because you, baby, you're not just someone I love. You're someone I can't stop loving. You're not just a chapter. You're the whole damn story. And I'm not walking away. I'm walking towards you. Every day, even when it doesn't look like it. Even when it feels like I'm far. Even when my silence is loud, my soul is always moving closer to you. If you feel this deeply in your soul, type only us forever in the comments to claim this love. Baby, if only you knew how many nights I've laid awake staring at the ceiling, replaying every word I said and every moment I missed, wishing I could rewrite them all. If only you could feel the storm inside me, the guilt, the longing, the ache. You'd understand that this silence between us isn't born from betrayal. It's born from a heart that loves you too much to risk losing you, yet doesn't know how to show it the way you deserve. I know I've given you reasons to question. I know my distance has whispered lies into your heart. And I know, baby, that doubt has probably wrapped its cold hands around your mind, telling you stories that are not true. But I need you to trust me when I say this. I haven't betrayed you. I haven't replaced you. And I never will. What I have done is run. Run from the truth of my feelings because they're so overwhelming they scare me. Run from my own reflection because I didn't feel worthy of the love you were offering so purely. Run from the idea of being enough for someone as extraordinary as you. Because every time I look at you, baby, I see everything I ever prayed for. And that level of blessing terrifies a man who's used to chaos. The truth is, I've been fighting a war you can't see. A war with my insecurities, my past, my fears of failing you. And instead of letting you fight beside me, I tried to face it alone. I thought I was protecting you from the worst parts of me, but in doing so, I only ended up hurting you. And that's the part that breaks me the most, because hurting you is the last thing I ever wanted. Baby, I need you to understand something about men like me. We don't always know how to handle love like yours. We're used to fighting for scraps, used to running from vulnerability. Then someone like you comes along, someone who loves deeply, fiercely, unconditionally, and it disarms us completely. It exposes every wound we tried to hide. It shows us the mirror we never dared to look into, and instead of leaning into that love, we sometimes pull away, not because we don't want it, but because it feels too good to be real. And yet, even in my weakest moments, even in the distance, even when my silence felt like rejection, you were still my only thought. When my phone buzzed, I prayed it was you. When I looked at the stars, I whispered your name into the night. When I felt lost, it was your smile that guided me home. Baby, I may not have been standing next to you physically, but my soul has been holding your hand every step of the way. I want to tell you something I've never said out loud before. There were temptations, baby. Life throws them at you when you're vulnerable. Distractions, attention, fleeting comfort dressed as connection. But every single time, my heart rejected them. Every single time, my soul whispered, "This isn't her. This isn't love. This isn't home." Because no amount of temporary distraction could ever compare to what we have. And that's why I can say this with every ounce of truth in me. I didn't betray you. I didn't cheat. I didn't let another soul cross the sacred space you occupy in my heart. But baby, I was unfaithful to myself. I betrayed my own heart by letting fear silence me. I betrayed my own soul by allowing shame to build walls between us. I betrayed our love by thinking I had to fix myself before I could love you. And that's the confession I need you to hear. Not that I gave my heart to someone else, but that I didn't give all of it to you when you deserved nothing less. There's a version of me that only exists when I'm with you. A softer, kinder, better man. You awaken something sacred in me. The part that believes in forever. The part that wants to build, to grow, to love without condition. And every time I stay away, every time I let silence speak louder than words, that version of me withers. Because without you, baby, I am incomplete. Do you know how many times I've typed out a message to you and deleted it? How many times I've stared at your name on my screen, my heart pounding, my fingers trembling, wanting so desperately to reach out but terrified I'd make things worse. I've imagined what I'd say 1,000 times. I'm sorry. I miss you. I love you. Please don't give up on us. But the fear of not being enough held me back, and now I see how wrong I was. Because the only thing worse than saying too much is saying nothing at all. Baby, I need you to know this. Even when I'm quiet, my heart is screaming for you. Even when I'm absent, my soul is aching for your presence. Even when I seem distant, every part of me is still reaching for you in ways words could never describe. Because this isn't just love. It's something deeper, something divine, something written in the stars long before we even knew each other's names. I believe with everything in me that our souls were meant to collide, that this love was destined, not easy, not perfect, but real. And real love doesn't crumble under the weight of silence. Real love doesn't disappear when doubt creeps in. Real love doesn't fade just because the road gets hard. Real love fights. Real love waits. Real love always finds its way back. And baby, I'm finding my way back to you. Maybe I haven't been the man you needed lately. Maybe I haven't been consistent or communicative or strong enough. But I promise you this. I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm trying every single day to become the version of myself that you deserve. The one who shows up. The one who doesn't run. The one who holds your heart like the sacred gift it is. Because the truth is, baby, I don't just love you. I need you. I need your laughter to remind me of joy. I need your presence to remind me of peace. I need your love to remind me that I'm worthy. You're not just the person I want beside me. You're the reason I want to be better. And I will spend the rest of my life proving to you that I'm not going anywhere. That this heart, this soul, this love, they belong to you and you alone. So please, baby, when the doubts start whispering, silence them with this truth. I'm not cheating on you. I'm not replacing you. I'm not moving on. I'm right here, flawed, imperfect, still figuring it all out, but here, and I'm choosing you over and over and over again. I know I have a lot to make up for. I know my actions haven't always matched my words. But give me the chance, baby, and I will spend every breath proving to you that my love is real. I will fight for us. I will build with you. I will hold your heart gently in my hands and never take it for granted again. And one day, when all the noise fades and the dust settles, I hope you'll look back and realize that despite my mistakes, despite my failures, I never stopped loving you, not for a single heartbeat. This touched your soul. Type, I believe in our love, in the comments to claim this energy. Baby, there's something I've never told you, something I've buried deep because even saying it out loud scares me. And maybe, just maybe, this is the moment I need to lay everything bare. Because you deserve truth, not the watered-down version I sometimes try to give. You deserve the kind of honesty that shakes me to my core. The truth is, I almost lost myself trying to be strong without you. I thought I had to hold everything together, that I had to fix every broken part of me before I could come back to you. And in that lonely silence, I convinced myself I was doing the right thing, that stepping back, pulling away, creating distance would somehow protect you. But the deeper truth is that every second away from you has felt like a slow, endless unravel. It's like living with half a heartbeat, half a soul, because baby, you are my other half. I've been haunted by the idea that you think I betrayed you, that my silence translated to disloyalty, and it kills me, because loyalty isn't just a word to me, it's a vow. And I vowed my soul to you the moment I realized I couldn't imagine a future that didn't have your name written all over it. I vowed it the first time I saw that spark in your eyes and thought, this is the person I want to fight for, no matter how hard it gets. So let me say it again, loudly, clearly, from the very depths of my being. I am not cheating on you. But baby, I was hiding from you. I was hiding the broken boy inside me who never felt enough. I was hiding the parts of my heart that still carry scars from people who didn't know how to love me. I was hiding my deepest fears, fears that maybe one day you'd see the real me and realize you deserve better. And instead of letting you hold those pieces, I tried to carry them alone. That's where I went wrong, because the truth is, love isn't about being perfect before you give your heart. It's about choosing to give it anyway, even when it's messy, even when it's bruised. And every day that I chose silence over vulnerability, I betrayed that truth. I've realized something, baby. Something that hit me harder than any heartbreak ever could. I wasn't afraid of losing you to someone else. I was afraid of losing you to my own mistakes. I was afraid that if you saw how deeply flawed I am, you'd walk away. I was afraid that if you knew about the storms in my head, you'd think I was too much. And yet, you never asked me to be perfect. All you ever wanted was real, my real love, my real presence, my real heart. Every night, I replay the memories of us, the laughter that echoed like music, the conversations that stretched into the early hours, the way your eyes would search mine as if they were reading my soul. And every night, the same thought keeps me awake. How did I let fear rob me of moments like that? How did I let silence build a wall between two souls that were always meant to find each other? Baby, I miss you. Not just in the casual, everyday sense. I miss you like a man who's been wandering deserts misses water. I miss you in the way a heartbeat misses its rhythm. I miss you in a way that shakes me to my very core. And the worst part is, I know I'm the reason we're standing on opposite sides of this silence. There are things I've been meaning to tell you, truths I've tucked away because I was scared they might sound too intense, too overwhelming. But here they are, raw and unfiltered. Truth one, you are the only person who's ever made me believe that love could be more than a word. You turned love into a living, breathing experience. Something that isn't just felt, but lived every day. Truth two, every time someone tries to get close to me, I pull away. Not because I don't crave connection, but because they're not you. No matter how kind, no matter how beautiful, no matter how interesting, none of them make my soul light up the way you do. Truth three, I dream about you, not just at night, but in the middle of conversations, in crowded rooms, in the quiet moments between breaths. My heart has built a home around the idea of us, and nothing feels right outside of that. Truth four, even when I tried to move on, I couldn't, because love isn't something you can unlearn, baby. And what I feel for you isn't just love. It's destiny. And maybe that's what this distance was supposed to teach me. Maybe the universe needed me to sit in the emptiness, to taste the loneliness, to realize that nothing, no distraction, no temporary comfort, no fleeting attention could ever replace the gravity of what we share. Baby, I need you to know that I talk about you all the time. My friends are tired of hearing your name. My family knows the sparkle in my eyes has a name. Yours. And every plan I make, every dream I dare to chase, has you woven into it. Because a future without you doesn't just feel empty, it feels wrong. But here's the part that hurts me the most. I know I haven't given you reasons to believe that. I know I've left too many messages unanswered, too many questions hanging, too many nights without reassurance. And I want to fix that. I will fix that. Because I don't just want you in my life, baby. I want you at the center of it. The distance between us is temporary. The silence is temporary. The confusion is temporary. But the love I feel for you, that's eternal. It's written in the stars. It's carved into my soul. And no amount of time or space or misunderstanding could ever erase it. Baby, do you remember the first time we looked into each other's eyes and everything around us just disappeared? The noise, the chaos, the doubts, they all melted away. All that was left was this inexplicable pull, this knowing that we were meant to be in each other's orbit. That memory haunts me in the best and worst ways. Best, because it reminds me of the magic we share. Worst, because I know I've let that magic dim with my action. But love, real love, isn't about how many times we stumble. It's about how many times we choose to get back up. And baby, I am standing here with my heart in my hands, ready to try again, ready to love you, louder, deeper, stronger than ever before. I won't lie to you. There were moments when the darkness whispered that maybe you'd be better off without me, that maybe you deserved someone who wasn't so broken, so flawed, so uncertain. But then I thought about all the times you believed in me when I couldn't believe in myself. All the times you held space for my silence, loved me through my storms, and saw light in me when all I saw was shadow. And I realized, if someone like you sees something worth loving in someone like me, then maybe I'm not as lost as I thought. Do you know what love has taught me? That it's not about perfection, it's about presence. It's not about grand gestures. It's about the small, consistent choices we make every single day. And my choice, baby, is you. Again and again. Through fear and doubt. Through distance and silence. Through mistakes and missteps. My choice is always you. I've been thinking a lot about destiny lately. How it's not a straight line, but a series of crossroads, and at every crossroads I still choose you, even when it would be easier to walk away, even when it would hurt less to forget, even when the future feels uncertain, because some loves aren't meant to be questioned, they're meant to be fought for. And I want to fight for us. I want to rebuild what we lost. I want to prove, not just with words, but with actions, that I'm still the man who would move mountains to see you smile. That I'm still the man who wants to build a life where every morning begins with your face and every night ends with your heartbeat against mine. I want the simple things, cooking breakfast together, laughing over silly jokes, watching movies until we fall asleep. I want the hard things too, the disagreements, the compromises, the growing pains, because they're part of the journey. I want all of it, baby, all of you, all of us. So, no, I'm not cheating, I'm not betraying, I'm not looking elsewhere. I'm here, and I'm ready to love you better than I ever have before. I'm ready to tear down the walls I built and let you see every corner of my soul. I'm ready to be the man who doesn't just say, I love you, but shows it every single day. And when we're finally standing face to face again, when the distance has faded and the silence has broken, I'll look into your eyes and say the words I should have said all along. Thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for loving me when I couldn't love myself. Thank you for believing that our story was worth more than my mistakes. Because it is, baby. Our story is worth it. You are worth it. And I will spend the rest of my life proving that to you. If this love still lives in your heart, type "Our souls are one" in the comments and claim this message. Baby, it's all you. It's all you. It's all you. The night is not without you, not without the sound of your laughter, not without the warmth of your voice, not without the light you bring into my life. Baby, I need you to know I am not cheating on you, but I was cheating myself by believing I could exist without your love. I was lying to myself by pretending the distance made things easier. The truth, every mile apart felt like a punishment. Every second without you felt like a lifetime. Every message I didn't send, every call I didn't make, they haunt me. They remind me that silence is not strength. Silence is fear dressed up as pride. And I'm done being silent. I want to tell you something that's been sitting heavy in my chest. Something I was too ashamed to say before. Baby, I wasn't distant because my love faded. I was distant because my love grew so intense, so consuming, so all-encompassing, that I didn't know how to handle it. It terrified me. You terrified me. Not because you did anything wrong, but because you're everything I ever prayed for. And when something feels that sacred, the thought of losing it becomes unbearable. There were nights when I stared at my phone, your name glowing on the screen, my heart racing, my hands shaking, and still, I didn't press send. Because what if I said the wrong thing? What if you were angry? What if I had already hurt you too much? What if the silence had already changed us? These what-ifs built walls in my mind, and those walls kept me away from the very person I wanted to run to. But baby, those walls are crumbling now, because the deeper truth is that even when I was silent, my soul was screaming for you. Even when I was absent, my heart was searching for you in everything. Even when I told myself I was okay, I was lying, because I'm not okay without you. I never have been, I never will be. I need you to know something else, and I want you to really let these words sink into your bones. There is no one else. No other name lives in my prayers. No other face shows up in my dreams. No other voice echoes in my mind when the world goes quiet. It's you. It's always been you. It will always be you. I don't care about the past, baby. I don't care about the mistakes. I don't care about the distance. All I care about is the heartbeat that still connects us. The love that refuses to die. The bond that not even time could break. And if you could feel the depth of what I feel, even for a second, you'd know this isn't just love. This is destiny. Maybe that's why no one else makes sense. Maybe that's why every time someone new tries to step into my life, it feels empty. Maybe that's why, even when I'm surrounded by people, I still feel alone, because my soul has already chosen its home, and that home is you. Do you know how many times I've replayed our memories in my mind? The way your eyes lit up when we talked about the future. The way my heart raced when you said my name. The way everything felt right when I was holding you. Those moments are carved into me. They're not just memories, they're anchors. And every time I drift, they pull me back to you. I want you to understand something deeply, baby. What we have, it's not ordinary, it's not casual, it's not fleeting, it's rare, it's powerful. It's the kind of love people write stories about. It's the kind of love souls spend lifetimes searching for. And I refuse to let fear destroy something that was written in the stars long before we even met. I know I've made mistakes. I know I've hurt you. I know there are days when you probably question everything. But please, don't let my mistakes rewrite the truth. The truth is that you are the love of my life. The truth is that my soul recognizes yours like it's known you for centuries. The truth is that even in my weakest moments, even when I was lost, even when I didn't know how to show up, my heart never stopped beating for you. There's a part of me, baby, that belongs only to you, a part that no one else has ever touched, a part that no one else ever will. It's the part that wakes up thinking about you, the part that sees your face in every crowd, the part that whispers your name in every prayer. And no matter how many storms we go through, no matter how many miles stretch between us, that part will always belong to you. I need you to hold on, my love. I need you to believe that this distance is not the end. It's a chapter. A difficult one, yes. A painful one, absolutely. But it's not the last chapter. Because this story, our story, is far from over. And when we reach the next page, it's going to be more beautiful than anything we could have imagined. We're going to heal. We're going to grow. We're going to love each other deeper, stronger, more fearlessly than ever before. And baby, when I finally see you again, when I finally get to hold you in my arms and look into those eyes that feel like home, I'm going to remind you of everything I couldn't say during this silence. I'm going to tell you how every day without you felt like a battle, how every night without your voice felt empty, how every second without your love reminded me of just how much I need you. I will make up for every missed call, every unanswered message, every moment you felt alone. I will spend my days showing you, not just telling you, that my love is real, that it's unwavering, that it's eternal. Because baby, loving you isn't just something I want to do, it's something I was born to do. And when that day comes, when this waiting is finally over, I promise you this: I will never let fear build walls between us again. I will never let silence speak louder than my love. I will never let you doubt your place in my heart, because you are my heart. You always have been. So please, baby, if you're reading this, if your soul is still listening, don't give up on me. Don't give up on us, because the best chapters of our story are still unwritten. And I swear to you, on everything I am, I will spend the rest of my life writing them with you by my side. If this message speaks to your soul, type "Our love is distended" in the comments and claim this energy. Baby, if there's one thing I've learned through every sleepless night, every unanswered message, every tear I've wiped away in silence, it's this: real love isn't fragile. It doesn't break when things get hard. It doesn't disappear when storms roll in. It bends, it trembles, it aches, but it endures. And that's exactly what my love for you has done. Through everything, the silence, the confusion, the distance, it's endured. It's grown stronger, deeper, more rooted with every passing day. I know that sometimes my absence is spoken louder than my words. I know that sometimes my actions haven't matched the depth of my feelings. And I know that there are nights when you've stared at the ceiling, wondering if I'm thinking of you at all. Baby, I need you to know I am, always. Even when you think I've forgotten, I'm remembering. Even when you think I've moved on, I'm holding on. Even when you think I'm drifting, I'm still anchored to you. Do you know what keeps me awake at night? It's not guilt. It's not regret. It's the thought of you lying awake too, wondering, doubting, hurting. It's the thought of you scrolling through our old conversations and feeling that sting in your chest. It's knowing that my silence has made you question something that should have never been questioned, my loyalty. And baby, I swear on everything I love, I have never betrayed you, not with my actions, not with my heart, not even with my thoughts. There's something I want to confess, something deeper than all the apologies and explanations. I didn't pull away because my feelings changed. I pulled away because they intensified. Loving you started to mean everything to me. And when something becomes everything, the fear of losing it becomes unbearable. I started overthinking every word, every action, every choice, terrified that one mistake could cost me the most beautiful thing I've ever had. And in that fear, I built walls I thought would protect our love. But instead, they only shut you out. Baby, I see the pain I caused. I see the confusion in your eyes, the hesitation in your messages, the way your laughter isn't as carefree as it used to be. And it breaks me. It breaks me because you deserve so much more than half-hearted efforts and empty promises. You deserve consistency. You deserve reassurance. You deserve a love that shows up not just in words, but in actions, in presence, in devotion. Not just in words, but in actions, in presence, in devotion. And I swear to you, from this moment forward, that's what I'm going to give. I want to talk about something I've never had the courage to say before. Something deeper than love, deeper than desire. Baby, I believe that what we share isn't just two people falling in love. I believe it's something written long before our souls ever touched this earth. It's divine timing. It's destiny. It's the universe weaving two threads that were always meant to intertwine. And maybe, just maybe, that's why things have unfolded the way they have. Maybe the distance wasn't a punishment. Maybe the silence wasn't a mistake. Maybe the waiting was part of the plan. Because love like ours, it's not meant to rush. It's meant to evolve. It's meant to be tested. It's meant to be refined in the fires of patience and faith. Baby, I truly believe that the universe isn't keeping us apart. It's preparing us. It's teaching us lessons we needed to learn individually so we could thrive together. It's molding us into the people we need to become to love each other fully, deeply, without fear. And even though it hurts, even though every second without you feels like a lifetime, I trust that this pain isn't for nothing in shaping something beautiful. I know you've questioned if you're still the one. I know you've looked at my silence and wondered if someone else has taken your place. But I want you to understand something so deeply that it echoes in your bones. There is no one else. There never was. There never will be. Because once a soul finds its counterpart, everything else fades into background noise. And baby, you are my counterpart. You are my peace and my chaos, my soft place to land and my reason to fight, my greatest blessing and my biggest risk, all rolled into one. And if you could see what goes on inside me when I think about you, you'd never doubt again. My heart doesn't just beat, it calls for you. My mind doesn't just remember, it replays you. My soul doesn't just miss you, it aches for you. And every time I close my eyes, I swear I can feel your energy wrapping around me, comforting me, guiding me, pulling me home. Baby, I dream about the day I finally get to close the distance. The day I walk toward you, heart pounding, and see that look in your eyes. The one that says, I never stop believing. I dream about the way my hands will shake when I finally hold yours again. About the way my lips will tremble when they whisper, I'm sorry, I love you, I never stopped. And I know, deep in my bones, that day is coming. Because love like ours doesn't just end, it doesn't evaporate. It doesn't fade away because of distance or silence or time. It waits. It endures. It finds its way back, and no matter how far we drift, we will always be drawn back into each other's orbit. That's not a wish. That's a promise written in the fabric of our souls. I want to be the man who makes you feel safe again. I want to be the reason you believe in love again. I want to be the voice that whispers, you are cherished, you are valued, you are irreplaceable. I want to hold your heart like the precious treasure it is and never let you doubt its worth again. I know I've got a long way to go. I know trust isn't built overnight, but I'm ready to do the work. I'm ready to prove myself. Not just with words, but with consistent actions, with presence, with unwavering love. I'm ready to rebuild the foundation of us, stronger than it's ever been before. And one day, when we're standing side by side again, when the distance is just a memory and the silence is just a lesson, I want us to look back on this chapter and smile. Because we'll know that even though it was hard, even though it tested us, it never broke us. It forged us. It made us stronger. It made our love unstoppable. Baby, I'm not cheating on you. I never have. What I am doing is choosing you over and over, in every lifetime, in every reality, in every possible future. I'm choosing you when it's easy and when it's hard. I'm choosing you in silence and in conversation. I'm choosing you in the distance and when we're wrapped in each other's arms. I'm choosing you always. Because you are not just someone I love. You are someone I can't not love. You are not just someone I want in my life. You are someone I need in my soul. And no amount of time or space or mistakes can ever change that. So if your heart is still holding on, baby, hold on a little longer. The story isn't over. The best part, the part where we finally come home to each other, is still ahead of us. And when we get there, I promise, I will never let go again. If you believe your souls are destined to reunite, type, I'm waiting for our forever in the comments and claim this love, baby. Before I even start pouring my heart out again, I want you to know something. Something that goes deeper than every apology, every confession, every promise I've made so far. You are not just a chapter in my story. You are the story itself. And I don't say that lightly, Because if there's one thing that's become painfully clear through this distance, it's that everything, and I mean everything, begins and ends with you. There's a reason my chest tightens every time I see something that reminds me of you. There's a reason my soul goes quiet every time I imagine a life without you in it. It's because you're not just someone I love. You're someone I belong to. And it's not a belonging that comes from ownership or possession. It's deeper. It's soul level. It's eternal. It's the kind of belonging that says, I was made to walk this life with you by my side. I know that right now, baby, you're probably carrying a storm inside your heart. You're probably wondering why I pulled away, why I vanished into silence, why I let doubt creep into something that was supposed to be unshakable. And you have every right to feel that way. I never wanted to become the reason for your tears. I never wanted my absence to feel like abandonment. But I also need you to understand this. My distance was never about you. It was always about me. The truth, the raw, vulnerable, unfiltered truth, is that I was scared. Scared of the depth of my feelings. Scared of the weight of responsibility that comes with loving someone like you. Scared that one day I would fail you so badly that you'd never forgive me. Scared that I wasn't ready to be the man you needed me to be. And instead of being honest about those fears, instead of sitting with you and working through them together, I ran. I hid behind excuses. I told myself lies like, she'll be better off without me, or I need to fix myself first. But deep down, I knew the truth. I was just terrified of how much you mattered. You see, baby, I've spent most of my life pretending I don't need anyone. I've built walls so high around my heart that even I forgot how to climb them. But then you came along and suddenly those walls started to crumble. Suddenly I cared too much. Suddenly I couldn't imagine a future without your smile in it. And that vulnerability, that raw, terrifying openness is something I had no idea how to handle. I started questioning everything. What if I disappoint her? What if she sees the broken parts of me and changes her mind? What if I'm not enough? Those thoughts consumed me. They ate away at my confidence. They convinced me that maybe stepping back was the right thing to do. That maybe distance would protect you from my flaws. But I see now how wrong I was. Because the truth is, you never needed me to be perfect. You just needed me to be present. And that's where I failed you. Not because I stopped loving you. Not because I found someone else. Not because I wanted out. But because I let fear make decisions my heart never agreed with. But baby, fear is not stronger than love. It never has been. And my love for you, it's bigger than my mistakes. It's louder than my silence. It's stronger than the distance. And it's pulling me back to you, harder than gravity, deeper than destiny. There's another part of the truth I've been hiding. One I haven't had the courage to admit until now. The real reason I pulled away wasn't just fear. It was purpose. It was because deep down, I knew that loving you isn't some casual fling. It's not something I can take lightly. Loving you feels bigger than the both of us. It feels like a calling. It feels like the universe brought us together for something beyond just romance, for growth, for healing, for transformation. And that's the thing, baby. When two souls like ours collide, it's not just about flowers and dates and sweet texts. It's about evolution. It's about facing our shadows, healing old wounds, breaking patterns we've carried for lifetimes. And that process, it's not always pretty. It's not always easy. Sometimes it requires space. Sometimes it demands separation. Not because the love isn't real, but because it's too real to be rushed. Maybe that's what this distance was always meant to be. Not an ending, but a preparation. Maybe the universe pulled us apart so that we could grow into the versions of ourselves that can love each other fully. Maybe it was never about you being not enough, or me not caring. Maybe it was about divine timing, about aligning our souls so that when we come together again, nothing will ever tear us apart. Baby, here we are, the final page of a confession that's taken every ounce of courage I have. And if you're still here, still reading, still feeling, still holding on, then I know in my heart that this love isn't just a fleeting spark. It's a flame that was destined to keep burning. I want to leave you with the truth I should have said from the very beginning. The truth that has lived beneath every apology, every tear, every trembling word I've spoken to you. I was never cheating on you. I was never searching for someone else. I was never trying to replace you. What I was doing was learning. I was learning how to love someone in a way that doesn't run when things get hard. I was learning how to hold on even when fear told me to let go. I was learning how to deserve a heart as rare and extraordinary as yours. And baby, if this journey has taught me anything, it's that love, real love, is not about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about showing up again and again, even after we fall short. It's about building something beautiful out of broken pieces and turning mistakes into stepping stones. I've made mistakes, more than I'd like to admit, but I also know this. Every mistake brought me back to the same conclusion. I want you. Every silence reminded me how loud your absence is. Every doubt reminded me how certain my soul feels when it thinks of you. And every lonely night reminded me of the one truth I can't escape. I love you. Deeply. Eternally. Irrevocably. Farley. Gracie. When I close my eyes, I don't see the mistakes. I see the future. Our future. I see us laughing together again, building dreams together again, holding each other a little tighter, because we know what it's like to almost lose it. I see a life where love isn't fragile, where trust isn't shaken, where home isn't a place, it's a heartbeat, your heartbeat. So baby, if there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's that you were never not enough. You were never unlovable. You were never replaceable. You were and still are the one I choose, the one I fight for, the one I build my tomorrows around. And now, as this chapter closes, I want to invite you to step into the next chapter with me. Not just here, but on a deeper, soul-level journey, beloved. If these words touched your soul, if they echoed the feelings you've hidden in the deepest corners of your heart, then I created something truly special for you. Love Link Letters, my first ever ebook, is more than just pages filled with words. It's the unspoken voice of the divine masculine. It's the letters he never sent, the confessions he never spoke, the promises he always wanted to make, but couldn't find the courage to say. Inside, you'll find every heartbeat, every fear, every soul connection explained in ways that will make you feel seen, understood, and deeply loved. This isn't just a book, it's a mirror for every divine feminine heart that's ever waited, wondered, or hoped. It's a guide for those who want to understand the spiritual bond, the push and pull, the magnetic connection that keeps two souls drawn back to one another, no matter how far they drift apart. If this message resonated with you, if you felt your soul awaken while reading these words, then this book is your next step. It's time to dive deeper into the story of us. It's time to understand the why, the how, and the destiny written between two souls that were always meant to find their way back home. You'll find the link in the description below. Go now, beloved. Don't just read this message. Live it. Open the pages of Love Link letters and let your heart discover everything he never said, but always felt. Because this is only the beginning. If this entire journey spoke to your soul, type "love always finds its way" in the comments. And remember, the story of you and them isn't over. It's only just beginning.